Hi, I'm Shreya, and this is my topic, love. Now, I know you're going to roll your eyes and probably scoff at the idea, and I know that it's the biggest cliche in the world, but that's why I wanted to kind of really deconstruct it and show people that there's so much more to what love really is. So, let me give you this really quick example. So, I'm going to show you a couple scenes from these really cute rom coms, and like other movies too that we don't really categorize in the same way. And if I asked you to pick which one depicts true love, you'd most likely pick this one here. And I don't blame you because I love Channing Tatum and Rachel McAdams. I think they make the cutest couple, but also like we've been given this idea that like this is what true love is. So Hollywood has convinced us that love is unconditional and that it is the only path to happiness. And that's not untrue. The way that it is portrayed is unidimensional. And most often, the idea sold is that love at first sight is the most special kind of love. And this is more or less the definition of lust when it comes down to it. So these movies show you love until like the credits roll, and no one knows what really happens after. And this is probably because love doesn't have one definition and one function. And it's more than just a feeling about it being right and bringing like two people, two really good looking people, and creating like this superficial attraction. So I grew up watching rom-coms, and my idea of true love is just like, oh, one day I will find the person that I am meant to be with, and we will live happily ever after, and like he or she will love me forever. And well, that's what I grew up with, and that's what the idea of true love was like presented to me. And then I grew up like a little bit, and I started like really deconstructing the way I see things with like coming here to Parsons, and like, and then I started taking some philosophy classes. It really taught me how to deconstruct like ideas. And then I thought, why not take this concept of love and really redefine it to be something more than what we just see and what's given to us by like media and to actors on a screen. So this is how I stumbled upon Plato's Symposium. Plato's Symposium is basically it was this dialogue where all these philosophers came together and they had their essays and their speeches. Well, then those are speeches on what they thought love was. And here it was divided into seven different categories: love as like affection, love as friendship, love as sex, love as lust, love as like, committed love, love as, and most importantly, self-love. And we don't really categorize that as love. And that's what I aim to do. I aim to analyze Plato's Symposium and break down our reasons for falling in love and the distortions that we don't often catch on to. But basically, love is hypercognized. We talk about it all the time. We talk about when we're in love, when we're out of love, when we're looking for love, or even when we've lost love. And we talk about it so much that, like, does it really mean anything anymore? Like, is it really love? And so here I have like some images that I've collected from my thesis research, where I'm kind of juxtaposing what love really is with these really different images, because they all represent love, and they all kind of evoke like the same feeling that love does. But why is love only being portrayed like, why is true love only being portrayed as like two people coming together in movies? I think these two images were really, I mean, well, four images. These are sets that I kind of wanted to juxtapose and put together. But yeah, this raises the central question of like, would love even exist if we never talked about love? Like, would it still be there? Would we still feel the same things we're supposed to feel if we never said the word? And yeah, some more questions that my research would aim to answer would be like, the definitions of it, how we can change people's minds and perceptions on what they believe to be true love, and most importantly, like, what is even happily ever after? Like, what is that? Happily ever after is at the end of like every children's fairy tale book, and we grew up with that. And it kind of like changes the perception, and we're not really appreciating things growing up that are still love that we don't categorize it to be. And also, I want to kind of explore the idea of how often the word love is just like thrown around. And we use it so much that does it still have any meaning left? For experiment one, I wanted to come together. I wanted to come together with like other people, I was gonna say, but I wanted to put together a book that illustrates Plato's Symposium, and it kind of like forms this disconnected view from like what you read as to what you imagine. I want the images and like the way the design is to kind of really go against like what we would think of conventionally to be love when we read it in a way. And the second experiment would be this archive of scenes and clippings from movies and probably songs, music videos, even stuff we grew up with like every single day of our childhood, and kind of redo this whole narrative that we're told that true love occurs like when you're growing up and you meet a person and then you fall in love and it's over. There's so much more to it. So I kind of want to like open up people's minds to redefine this construct that they have and really give it a better and a more expansive approach in a way, because I don't want it to be cheesy anymore, because it is a beautiful thing, and like we underestimate what it could be. My next steps would be reading and really highlighting like the main ideas from each essay in the in Plato's Symposium, and kind of coming up with an archive of images to really put together to kind of change people's perceptions and change their thoughts after reading it. Because like when we're reading something, like we have this mental picture, and I want to like shatter that mental picture. And I know that sounds really like harsh, but I want to really break this idea and like these constructs that we have and redefine it, because it can be something very different than what you'd imagine it to be. And well, this is what I plan to do for thesis, and I'm really excited about it. Also because I'm like the biggest cheese ball, it makes me so excited. And thank you so much for listening to me, and have a wonderful day. Thank you.